Welcome to the today's lecture. So we were discussing the tree data structure, and in the previous lecture we have covered all these subtopics. We saw the tree definition, that is the recursive definition of tree. Then we saw what is binary tree and what is complete binary tree and its property. Then we discussed how all the tree elements we can represent in the computer memory, and there are two ways of doing this. One is the sequential representation and another is linked representation. Okay, so in sequential representation we are using array data structure, and in linked list representation obviously we are depending upon which data structure, list data structure or linked list data structure. Then also we have covered different traversal algorithm named as pre-order, in-order and post-order. Okay. Then we have solved many examples also. But the today's topic is, I will be talking about today binary search tree. We have discussed binary tree, we have discussed complete binary tree, but today we will discuss some special kind of tree that is known as your binary search tree. Then what is specifically we will touch in binary search tree, just have a look on the subtopics or insights. So in binary search tree in particular, in today's topic we will discuss the taxonomy, then the definition of binary search tree, then we will see some example of binary search tree, and of course as we know there are different kind of data structure, yes or no, array, stack, linked list, queue, everything. Then why we will learn a new data structure, that is BST. So what is the motivational point why one should learn BST though we have existing and all the data structure? We have array, we have stack, we have queue. Then why we should learn BST? What is the importance of BST? So in that slide I will talk about I will give some motivational point why one should learn BST, and then you can realize the importance of BST in real life. Okay. Then we learn how to create BST. If elements are known to you, if the sequence are given to you, then how you will design a BST tree, binary search tree. The contraction BST, binary search tree. As you know, there are many operations we can do over data structure. Yes or no? If array, we can search array. If array is given, we can insert one element to the array, we can delete one element of the array. So similarly, if binary search tree is given, then what are the operations we can do over that tree? So what are the operations? We can do searching. What is searching? Sai, what is searching? Okay, searching means if a tree is given, a particular element, if that element is exist in that list or not. Yes or no? That is searching. If exist, what is the location of that element? That is searching operation. Then finding max. So it's a new operation. Yes or no? Finding max means a tree is given, you have to find out which is the maximum element, means referring to its value. Referring to its value or key. Similarly, finding minimum. If a tree is given, then what is the minimum element in that tree? Which kind of tree I am talking about? Binary search tree. Good. And next procedure is insertion procedure. What is insertion? Inserting a given element to the existing list or existing data structure, or I can say adding one element to the structure. Yes or no? And similarly deletion, removing one element from that structure. Sit down. And here traversal is an operation. What is traversal? Visiting each and every element once. Visiting each and every element once. Okay, so that is traversal. And here in binary search tree, the traversal is also same or similar to your binary tree traversal. That means we can traverse the entire BST using in-order technique, using pre-order technique and using post-order technique. So traversal is same as your binary tree traversal, the same, there is no change. Then obviously the deletion method, but deletion method I will talk in this next class. We'll discuss this deletion method in the next class. Then in the final slide we'll summarize the entire lecture. Okay. So we'll start binary search tree. First the taxonomy. Before starting the lecture, what is the objective of today's class? That means at the end of class what you can do. Agree or not? So there must be some objective. Okay. So here I will show you, once this lecture is over, what can you do? Okay. Let's see the points, objective points, what you can do at the end of class. You cannot do right now because you don't know anything about binary search tree. Okay. At the end of class you can able to do this thing. What is the objective? The objective is, if a sequence of element is given, all the elements is given, then design a tree. Then design a tree. Which tree again? Binary search tree. So you can do at the end of the class. Okay. Now what else you can do? If a binary search tree is given, you can easily find out the maximum element of that tree and minimum element of the tree. So at the end of class you can also do, if a tree is given, binary search tree is given, you can find the maximum element and you can find the minimum element. Okay, so we'll see what is the procedure for finding the maximum element and what is the procedure for finding minimum element if the tree is given. Then what else you can do? Again, of course the entire procedure you can convert into code. That means you can write C code, C language code for all the operation. That means for insertion you can write code, for deletion, for finding maximum and finding minimum. Once the concept is over, just you can implement all the procedure, or you can convert the same concept to code. You can write C code easily. Yes, of course, once it is over, you can derive the running time or the time complexity of each and every procedure. You know time complexity? We have covered in the first class itself. Okay. Then the advantage and disadvantage also, you can aware of the advantage of this data structure and what is the disadvantage of this data structure. Obviously, if a tree is given, you can apply different traversing algorithm over that tree. Same. What are the methods? May I know? What are the different traversal algorithms? In order, pre-order and post-order. Good. And finally, you can easily identify where BST tree will be useful in real world. So what are the applications where binary search tree is useful? Okay, so this is the last objective. So finally we'll check each and every point whether all the objectives we can achieve or not. So taxonomy of tree. Here see, there is an arrow from binary search tree to binary tree. There is an arrow from binary tree to general tree. So what is the meaning? You know general tree? What is general tree? In short, it is written there. Any node have any number of children. There is no restriction. So here I will do, just see, you can take this tree diagram. Root, how many children the root is having? 3 children. Okay. So if you come to this node, how many children this root is having? This node? 0. This node? 0. So this is which kind of tree? General tree. Why this is general tree? Because any node can have any number of children. So there is no restriction over the number of children. Or in short I can say, what is general tree? The degree of a node can be anything. The degree of a node can be anything. What is degree? The maximum children of a node is 3. Okay, so in short that I can say or not? What is the general tree? There is no restriction over degree of a node. Okay, but there is restriction over binary tree. You all know there is restriction over binary tree. What is the restriction? Yes, each and every node may have at most or at max 2 children. So at most 2 children means what? A node can have no children, a node can have 1 children, or a node can have 2, not more than 2. So now if I will draw this tree, this is a binary tree or not? Yes. Why? Check this node. 2 children. Check this node. No children. Let's check this node. 2 children. That means at max each node is having 2 children. So this is a binary tree. Yes or no? So in short that is mentioned over there. General tree means a node can have any children. There is no restriction. In binary tree there is a restriction. Each node have at max 2 children. So here I will draw a statement. You say this statement is correct or not? All binary trees are general trees, but all general trees are not binary trees. Why? Because binary tree have some special property. That is the special property. What is special property? At max 2 children. Okay, now come to the lower level. Again, there is some restriction in binary search tree. There is some special property of binary search tree that we'll discuss. Okay, what is the special property? Binary tree, so I can say binary tree, that means all the property of binary tree plus some additional property is binary search tree. Are you following me or not? What is that? Binary tree plus some additional property is binary search tree. What is that additional property? We'll see in the next slide. So can I draw one statement here also? All binary search trees are binary trees, but all binary trees are not binary search tree. So that statement I can draw. Now look at the definition. What is the special property the binary search tree is having? What is the special property? And it is very much interesting. You see the property. Okay, what is the property? First, listen carefully. I will ask questions later. For a binary search tree, a tree is said to be binary search tree if priorly it must be a binary tree. Unless until it is not binary tree, it cannot be binary search tree. What is the first property? The tree must be binary tree. The tree must be binary tree. Okay. Then a binary tree is given. Just visualize it. Then I will draw this figure. I have a root. Agree? So what is the special property this binary search tree is having? All the values in the left subtree, must be smaller than the node, and all the values in the right subtree must be greater than the node. Are you getting me or not? Again I am repeating. Take any node in that tree. Okay? All the values in the left subtree must be smaller than the node, and the values in the right subtree must be greater than the node. Okay? So now all the properties, you got it or not? Okay, what is the property finally? Final time. A tree must be a binary tree first. Take any node. All the values in the left subtree of that node less than the value of node, and all values in the right subtree must be greater than the node. Okay, stick to it. Okay, so now I will show you an example. So confirm whether the given tree is binary search tree or not. Look at the given tree. look at the given tree, and we have to confirm this tree is binary search tree or not. What is the first property? It must be binary. Okay, check each and every node, and each and every node must have at max 2 children. Okay, come to this, it has 2 children. Come to this node, it has 2 children. Come to this node, it has 1. 53 has 2 children. 46 has 1 children. Similarly, you check each and every node, you will get each and every node has at max 2 children. That means it's a binary tree. Confirm, it's a binary tree. Now, whether this tree is BST or not, binary search tree or not, what is the additional property? You take any node. Okay, I will start with root node. I will start with root node. What is the value? What is the key? 60 is the key. Okay, this is my left subtree, this is my right subtree, and check all the values in the left subtree are smaller than the node, and all the values in the right subtree are greater than node. And this property must hold not for only root node, the property must hold at each and every node. Now come to 41. If 41 is the root, assume 41 is the root, this is my left, this is my right. Now check, all the left values are smaller than root or this node, and all the right subtree values are greater than the node. Now come to this 16. Check each and every node. The property must hold at every node. It's not like that only root. Now come to this tree. 16 is the root. Right side is bigger, greater value. Yes or no? So you check each and every node. You will find, take any node randomly. Randomly I will check this. What is this? What is the key? 65. So this is my left subtree and this is my right subtree. All the values in the left subtree are smaller than this node, and all the values in the right subtree are greater than this node. That means this property holds good at each and every node. So finally, what is the conclusion? The given tree is binary search tree. So now in short I can say, what I can say? Binary tree plus search property, special search property is binary search tree. Okay, very quickly you say this is BST or not. This is BST or not. This is my root. This is my root E. What is the key? E. And you check the left side. This is A, this is B, this is C, this is D. So A, D, B, C all are smaller than E. This tree is in alphabetical order. This tree is in, so here there is no numeric key, there is alphabetic ordering. Okay, so in alphabetic ordering, E is greater than ABCD. Okay, now come to the right subtree. H, F, I, G, J all are greater than E. So if I will then again recursively, I will check this node, this node, this node, this node, this property holds good. The search property holds good. So this picture is also, this image is also, or this tree is also binary search tree. Over. So shall I move to next slide? Good. The question to you people. Okay. There are two images. You have to tell which one is BST, which is not. If BST, justify. If not BST, justify. You, stand up. This image is BST. Why BST? It holds, it is a binary tree, first of all, yes. Then
the left subtree is greater.
Yes. Left subtree is, yeah, the values in the left subtree are less than node and right subtrees are greater than node. And that property holds at each and every point. So left image is BST. All of you are agree? Just look at 30. Assume 30 as a root. Randomly I am taking this as a node. So 30 is my root. This is my left subtree. This is my right subtree. All the values in the left side are smaller than this node. but you check 29. 29 is smaller or greater? 29 is smaller than 30 and it is not allowed. Why? Because all the values in the right subtree must have greater than node. So whether this is a binary search tree? No. So the conclusion is the left side image is binary search tree because it is obeying all the property of BST. But in the right side image, look at the element 29. 29 is less than 30, which is not allowed, Okay. So now you can say which tree, if I given a tree, you can identify whether it is BST or not. So you have to check each and every node. Don't skip any node. Okay. It may take time, but confirm it. Yes. So you have now very little knowledge of BST. With that knowledge, you can answer this also. Let's see who can answer this question. The question is, can a binary search tree hold duplicate element? Duplicate means what? Two element with same value. Two element with same value. I am giving same tree. All the tree is having, is there any duplicate element here? All values are distinct, different to each other. 15, 6, 18, 17, 3, 7, 13. And it is a binary search tree, obeying all the property. Okay, my question, can a BST hold duplicate elements? That means if I want to add two 15s, 215, how many 15s are there? Whether BST can hold 215? Yes or no? No. Why no? Yes, the value should be greater than the given node or smaller than the given node. 15 is equal. So according to the definition, the BST cannot hold duplicate values, but this is not the case. The BST can also can hold duplicate values, but we need to change the definition slightly. We'll slightly modify the definition, but according to that definition, we cannot store two duplicate values, but BST can allow. So what are the necessary changes we have to make so that BST can also hold duplicate values, so that I can store two 15s, I can store 5 7s, I can store 2 4s. Duplicate values I can store. So what is the changes? Let's see the answer. All of you agree with this answer or not? Just read this point. Now BST can admit duplicate elements, but what I need to do? We have to change the definition slightly. We have to modify the definition slightly. Okay. Now listen, what is the difference in definition? Take any node. Left subtrees are smaller than the node. All the nodes in the left subtree must be smaller than the node, and all the values in the right subtree must be greater than or equal to the given node. Agree? So what are the modification I have done? What modification I have done? In left side it's okay. All values in the left subtree are smaller than the node, but the values in the right subtree greater than or equal to. So the duplicate elements I can store at left side or right side? Right side. Okay, but make a note of it. Unless until it is not stated, you assume all values are distinct, all values are unique. That is the assumption what I have made in the first slide. So that's why that definition is also correct. What is the assumption? All nodes must have unique values, distinct values. There is no duplicate element, but BST can allow. But unless until it is not stated anywhere, you assume all values are distinct. So unnecessarily, if you imagine where do I keep, if some duplicate element will come, that will unnecessarily complex the matters. Okay, so assume for the simplicity there will be no duplicate values, only the distinct values are allowed. Why? Because in the real world, when we are storing the data or storing some records, we are giving a key. Okay, according to key we are storing, and all the keys are distinct. You take your registration number, the registration number is unique or some duplicate values are there? You take bank account number, is it unique or unique bank account number or duplicate account numbers are there? Unique. Now the government is also providing Aadhaar card number, UID number, that is unique identification number. So in the real world, when we are storing data or records, we are maintaining what? Distinct key, not duplicate keys. Okay, but there are situations where duplicate elements, we need to store duplicate elements. Why? You take your class example. If I want to maintain a record of all your marks, the key is name. So there are 2 Binitas. So 2 Binita means duplicate entry. If I will take the name as a key, the names are not distinct, the names are very same. So in that case, we can slightly modify the key or definition. Agree? So we'll go to next slide. So that point, you can make a note of it, please. What is the note point? Unless until it is not stated, what is the assumption you have to take? All the nodes having distinct values. Now we will see some exciting thing. Okay, you will feel also some excitement. What is the excitement? In BST particularly. The tree is given. The tree is given or not? And you already know in order. For your ready reference, I have mentioned the procedure also. What is in order procedure? Traverse the left subtree in order, then visit the root, then traverse the right subtree using in order. So this is a recursive procedure. What is recursive procedure? You tell, please. What is recursive procedure? The function or the procedure that refers itself, that calls itself. Okay, that is. So this is a recursive procedure or not? Because for the total in order traversing, we need in order of left subtree, we need in order of right subtree. So this is a recursive procedure again. Okay, and I hope you know this. So if we'll apply in order technique, then the sequence of element, or first I will visit 2, then 3, then 4, then 6, 7, 9, 13, 15, 17. Agree? Now look at the board, all of you. Then what is exciting? Question is given, you got answer. Then what is exciting? What is exciting thing? You just see. That means if a binary search tree is given, listen carefully. If a binary search tree is given, if you will do in order traversing, always it results sorting of all elements in increasing order. Sorting of all elements in strictly in increasing order. See, 2, then 3, then 4, then 6, then 7, then 9, then 13. Isn't it exciting? What is the final conclusion? If a binary search tree is given, the BST guarantee, if you will apply in order traversal on the BST, then it results sorting list automatically. You need not to sort. If you want to a sorting list of entire tree, what you need to do? Just traverse in orderly. So the result is with you. So how many of you feel this is exciting or not? Yes? So now it is easy to remember? Okay, so that's what it is written. BST given, apply in order, it will give you sorting list. Already the list is sorted. Agree? As I told you, beginning of the class, we have array, we have linked list, we have stack, queue, we have circular linked list, we have double linked list. Yes or no? Again we have one queue, also different type of queue. Deck, we have deck. Okay. Though we have many data structure available, why we should learn one extra data structure, that is BST? Is there any necessity? Is there any importance of this BST? Why we should learn BST? Is it a question or not? Okay, so for that reason I will clarify you why BST is, we should learn BST. And with BST property, what excitement things we can do. In the earlier slide, we have discussed one of the excitement things. Yes or no? So here I will give you some motivational point so that you can realize, yes, BST has its own importance and one can learn BST for all these issues. Okay. As you know, binary tree, this BST is a special kind of binary tree. This is a special kind of binary tree. Binary tree plus some search property is BST. So what is the motivational point and the importance of BST is, if a BST is given, if BST is given, I want to do search operation, I want to do whether search or insertion, the time complexity will be very less. The time complexity will be very less. That means if a tree is given, I want to search for an element, the searching technique, if you will apply, it will take very less time compared to other data structure, So what is the time complexity of this BST? Order of log n. So you know logarithmic function is, it has high order growth or low order growth? Low order growth, and we want low order growth. As input size increases, the time required is increases, but in low order growth. The function, the logarithmic function has low order growth. So this is very good. Why this is logarithmic? Then that I will discuss. Okay. Now we'll make a, and also what is the importance again? We just read the third point. In BST, we can easily insert element, we can easily remove one element without disturbing other elements. But in array, array is given, we want to insert it. For insertion, we need to move, we need to disturb other element. For deleting also, we need to disturb other elements. Okay. So, but here, if you want to add one element, no need to disturb other element. If you want to remove one element, no need to disturb other element. Okay. And what is the average running time? Order of log n, which is good because log n, the logarithmic function having low order growth. Now we'll make a comparative study. We'll do comparison with array and we'll comparison with list, linked list. Just see. If an array is given, array has element. Let me do this for you. I have an array. How many elements are there? How many positions? 5 positions. Let here 12, 2, 25, 8, 92. So this is my array. Search, I will take a worst case. What is worst case? Yes, the element is present at last. I will search for 92. My item is 92. How do you search it? In array. Array is having 5 elements. Search for 92 is there in my array or not? So where do I start from? I will start with index 1. I will compare whether 92 present at this index. So I will make comparison. First comparison 92 and 12. Second comparison 92 with 2. Third comparison 92 with 25. Now tell me in this array how many comparisons required to make a hit? 5. Why 5? Because array size is 5. Now imagine my array has 100 element and I want to search. So maximum how many comparisons I need to do? 100. Now generalize the thing. The array of size n and I want to search one element. How many comparisons? N comparisons. So if one comparison will take C time, so n comparison will take Cn time. So if a function is Cn, so I can write this by ignoring constant, I can write this is order of n. So what is the time complexity for searching in an array? If the array is not sorted, this is not sorted. Not sorted, yes? Order of n. So in array searching is order of n. Now tell me, if my array is sorted, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and my array size is 7. Sorted array. In sorted array, which searching technique is good? Binary search. And what is the time complexity of binary search? Log n. So what statement I can do? What statement I can draw here? If my array is sorted, I can apply binary search for finding one element, and which complexity is log n, similar to BST search. BST search को कितना टाइम चाहिए BST search के लिए? Log n. In array also, sorted array, log n. So time complexity is same, but in sorted array, the insertion and deletion is very difficult. Why insertion and deletion is very difficult? Now see, I want to, listen, I will give you one example. I want to insert 35. At this position or at this position. At fourth position, I want to insert, yes, 35. So what I need to do? I have to move 40 to here, 50 to here, 60 to here, 70 to here. Then only I can make insertion. That means for insertion and deletion, many movements are required. I am disturbing the other elements. For deleting also same thing. But in binary search tree, the time complexity is logarithmic function, log n base 2. Also, I can easily insert element, I can easily deleting element without disturbing other element. And why this is logarithmic, you tell me? Why this is logarithmic? Why binary search is logarithmic, you tell me? Because each comparison will reduce the array size up to half. Each comparison will reduce half. So it's a logarithmic decrement. Yes or no? Now tell one question I will ask. If I have 1024 elements, in array and the array is sorted, I want to apply binary search. Which search? What is the maximum comparison I need? 10. Why 10? Because log of 1024 base 2. Yes or no? Log of 1024 base 2. What is that? Minimum 10 comparison is sufficient to know whether your element is there in the list or not. But in unsorted array, how many comparison? 1024 comparisons are required. So here you confirm or not? BST search operation is good. Not only search, insertion is also same. Agree? So what are the motivation? Why one should learn BST? Because BST, the average running time is order of log n base 2, and insertion and deletion is easy. So in this slide we confirm that BST has its own importance, because array, in unsorted array the searching technique requires order of n time. In sorted array, if you will apply binary search, then the running time is order of log n. But in array, insertion and deletion is quite difficult, because if you want to insert something, if you want to delete something, then other elements we have to move up or down. But in this case, if you take BST, then the average time, running time is same, the logarithmic function, that is order of log n, and still we can do, or insertion is very easy and deletion is also very easy without disturbing or without disturbing other elements or without moving other elements. Agree? So this is why we'll study BST. I will come to this slide later. Let me go for this. This is a BST. Agree? You can check very quickly. This is a BST. This is a BST. What is my task? Search tree in the BST. Tree is present in this tree or not? Okay. So what is my search technique? I will not repeat. Okay. I will tell once. So very careful. So what should I do? I will check my tree. I will check my tree. If tree is, the root is null. If the root is null, that means what? There is no element, no need to search because tree is empty. Now I will go back to the slide. First point. If there is no node, if there is no root, what it indicates? Null. Null means no need to search. Okay. If my item is present at the root, if my item is present at the root, so my item found at root, my program is over. Next, if my item is less than root, that means my item may present or my item may present at left side of the root. If my item is greater than root, that means if my item is less than root, I will apply search operation over left subtree. If my item is greater than the root, I will apply search operation over right subtree recursively. So again the searching is a recursive procedure here. Okay, the same thing we'll do. So now you got this code. This is a pseudo code. This is not programming language. I have not used. It's only the pseudo code. 6. What is my item? 3. So it is well labeled. You can easily understand. Okay, it is well labeled. So arrow mark is there, 1. That is the first comparison. 3, compare 3 with 6. So 3 is less than 6. That means what is our notion? Our notion is that the item may exist in the left subtree. So come to left. So what is left? 4. Compare 3 with 4. Again 3 is less. That means it is present at the left side. So now come to 2. Compare 3 with 2. Greater means right side, come to right. Compare. Yes, here the item is equal to the node value. Item is equal to node value. So this is a successful search and you can mark its position. This is easy. Now what is the next operation? Searching. Finding minimum and maximum. So I will do 1 because the same thing for maximum. Okay. So I will find the minimum element in the tree. Now look at both the tree. Now tell where do you think the minimum element exists? Leftmost last. Okay, leftmost last. All agree with this answer? No, we cannot say like this. Leftmost. Okay, you have to develop a procedure for this. Don't give haphazard procedure. Okay, formulate a procedure for this. Which procedure will allow, or by which procedure I can get the, if I will apply that procedure, I will get the minimum element. What is the procedure? Just see. You can tell. You can also tell. It's not that much difficult. Start with root. Keep going left. Stop if a node is having no left child. That means null. That is minimum. Very quickly. See. Here, what is my procedure? Start with root. Keep moving left. 5, 2, 2's left. 1's left. Null means which is minimum. You see. Now come to this. Start with root. Keep moving left. What is left? Again left. Again left. Again left. Null. Null means which is a minimum. So what is my procedure for finding minimum? Start with root, keep moving, left, stop if left of a particular node is null. That is minimum element. Similarly for max. Okay. So I will just see for this procedure the algorithm is there and it is very obvious. Okay, all the points you can easily understand. So I am giving this as an assignment for you. Okay. All the steps, very simple steps. So you please take this algorithm as an assignment. You simulate it. Okay. So so that you can find easily the minimum element of the tree and maximum element of the tree. I think this is not required. Start with root, keep moving right, stop if the node is not having any right child. That is the maximum. What is the same reason why finding maximum and finding minimum required order of h time? Why? Because for finding maximum we are moving what? Yes, we are traveling along the height. Insertion. Again direct, we'll go to example. What is the problem here? A BST is given, insert 12. Insert, whether 12 present? No. So we have to insert it. That means you have to find out the 12's expected position. 12's expected position. Which position if 12, where do you store? What is the expected position of 12? So where do we start from? Compare with 20, yes. 12 is less than means the 12 may present at left subtree. Now come to 10. Greater than, that means 12 may present at right subtree of 10. 15, compare with 12. Less than, that means 12 may present at left of 15. But left of 15 is null. Left of 15 is null. So this is appropriate position for 12. Insert it. Agree? Find 12. Assume 12 is present. Assume 12 is present. Find it. If at the expected position null is present. If the expected position null is present, insert 12 over there. Agree or not? So if I will insert 48, so again I will start with root. I will find expected position of 48. If my expected position is null, do insert. Easy? Yes. So insertion is also very easy. Now tell me, what is the time complexity of insertion? Order of h. Very good. Order of h. What is the disadvantage of BST? Already I told you. If my sequence is strictly increasing order or decreasing order, what is the BST shape? Right skewed BST and left skewed BST. So if my BST is right skewed or left skewed, so it is same as array. So if I will do search operation over there, what is the time complexity? Order of n. Okay. So disadvantage is over. Now final slide, where the BST is applied in real life. Yes or no? So where do I apply this BST? Any search application you can use BST. Any search application. In your mobile there is also search application required. Yes? Give example. For dialing I want to dial to one of my friend. So what I am doing? I am searching. This is a searching application. In Google, for search for a particular topic in Google, I am giving keyword. I am giving what? Again, key. I am giving key. With that key, the Google engine, the search engine is doing its search. Okay. Now I want to make an ordered dictionary. Small example. Okay. Now I don't know any word. I have a single word. I have apple. I have apple. I don't know any word. In my dictionary, this is my first word, apple. Then I want to add bat, B-A-T. Where do I keep bat? That means bat is left child of apple or right side of apple? Sorry? Right child, because the bat starts with alphabet B, which has more weight than A. So bat I will keep at. Now in next day I want to add one more word, cat. Sorry? Cat. Okay. Now I want to add ball, a new word, ball. What is the right position for ball? B-A-L-L, ball. B-A-T. So now you have to check, B-B is same, bat and ball. B-A-B-A is same. Then you have to T is good, T is, that means what? Order dictionary. So you have to compare, T is greater or L is greater, Coda greater. I think T is greater. So you have to, accordingly you have to fix, you have to keep it in left or you keep it in right. That means any search application where elements are coming and going, entering and leaving. Now one more example I am giving. Bank customer list I want to maintain. What is the key over there? Account number. Okay. मैं कल जाऊंगा एक न्यू अकाउंट नंबर ओपन कर सकता हूं. So newly that account number is inserted into that tree structure. Yes or no? So tomorrow I will go, I will apply, please close my account. So I will remove that. That means in banking also, to maintain all the records for all customers, what they are doing? They are maintaining tree data structure so that easily one account can be added, easily one account can be. So now you can identify what more applications are there in the real life where binary search tree you can use. Agree? Okay. So this is the last slide where there are some exercises and review questions are there. Okay. So you can, I hope you can do all questions except the last, because that last question is some project based question. Okay. You read the first one. Can't you solve it? Sequence is given. Find BST safe. Easy. Then after designing that tree, which is the root, mention the root value. Yes, after once you designed, you can easily find out root. Okay. Now third, show the nodes visited while searching the above tree for key 13. If you want to search 13, then what are the previous nodes that you have visited earlier? That list you have to see. So you will solve. See, one is what is the advantage of BSTs? One question is there. Then the tree is given. Then traverse in orderly, traverse applying pre-order. That means almost all question you can do, but the red marked question, the red colored question is a application oriented question. Okay, it's a project oriented question. You just see what is written. You have to store 100 customer detail in BST. 100 customer, bank customer. Let's say 100 customers record you have to maintain in which data structure? BST data structure, and apply. Search for a customer. All the insert a customer, delete a customer, all the operation you have to do. So this is a project oriented question. It will take time, but all the question you please solve except the last one. The last one I am giving you 4 to 5 days to solve it. Okay. So here we'll stop today's lecture. Is there any queries? Is there any questions? Okay. So in the next class we will follow up with deletion. Yes, deletion operation over BST and AVL tree, height balanced tree. Okay. Thank you.